Hello guys, it's Kojiri once again, and in this tutorial I'm going to be showing us the extensions that every web developer must have. And so in your desktop or your laptop, and you have to have Visual Studio Code installed. The community edition is what I'm using. You can also go for the professional edition, which is paid. So this is the community edition, which is free. So when you open your Visual Studio Code, by the left hand side you're going to see some icons displayed there. The first is the Visual Studio icon, then you have the Explorer, the Search, the JIT, the Run and Debug, and the Remote Explorer, and extensions. So you come to extensions, and then in your extensions you see a display of an extension. You need to have an internet connection for this to work effectively. So for example, type in the extension you're looking for and then you will get it. So due to no internet connection here for now, it's showing unable to search. And so here are some of the extensions that we'll need in Visual Studio Code. So the first on my list is the Prettier. And so what is the Prettier used for? Is a code formatter that is used to format your code and give it a styling that is needed for the code. It is the extension is free and it comes in Visual Studio Code, and it can wrap your code when necessary. And also another extension is the Prettier for ESLint. So this is for JavaScript, and then it formats JavaScript codes and make it prettier and then easy to read. It gives a clean code, a code that's easy to debug. And another extension that I'll be needing, the third extension on my list here, is the live server. The live server. So the live server is a server that runs your page and then present it as if it is live on the internet, and then this live server opens up your web browser and then displays your web page. And then we also have the live server, a Five server. This Five server, it displays the current page on which you are. For example, if you are coding on a sign up page and then you switch on to a login page, it will display the login page. Why? If you're using just the live server, if you load or if you just activate the live server on the login page, it will open only the login page, but the live server can switch between pages. Another on my list here is the Microsoft Edge Visual Studio tools, and this tools is used for running HTML runtime. You can see it here. You can see the description. You can use developer tools in your Microsoft Edge browser. And also we have the CSS and HTML formatter, HTML and CSS support. So you can see this, it helps in auto-completing of ID and classes in Visual Studio Code. So for those in Python development, you can use Java. You can see also the Python extension here. It supports coding with and programming with Python. You can see the description here. Also, if you are using Tailwind, you can see there's an extension for Tailwind, and so whatever language you are using, there is an extension for it. So another extension we have here is the web preview. So this preview helps in previewing your web page internally in VS Code. Instead of opening a browser, you just preview it. So you can see this is not a live server, it's a live preview, just previewing your website in your VS Code as you code along. And so these are some of the extensions that are here. And also we have the MySQL. This is used for database. It helps in coding and typing in SQL and then PHP also. So let's run a live test of these extensions that I installed here for a web developer. And so first of all, I have to open the project, open a folder. So I already have some project that I've been working on, and so you can see it here. So the folder will be opened. Okay, and here we have a HTML code that is written here. So VS Code is going to detect the code and then activate the extensions for it. So first you're going to check on the web preview. Remember, I said using the web preview extension, it previews your code inside of VS Code. So we are going to click on the top right hand corner. You see something that shows like a window and then a search button. So when you click on it, it's going to preview the web page which you are on inside of VS Code, and so whatever changes you make will be reflected immediately. And you can see that it highlights and then formats it in a different way. For example, let's go to the PHP. You can see the way PHP is being formatted is different from the way HTML is being formatted, and likewise my SQL. So these are the extensions that I've installed and the developer must have. And you can, when you click on the styles.css, you can see the formatting style is being detected automatically. You can see by the bottom right hand corner the language shows CSS. When we go to SQL, you see it changes to SQL. So let's run a web preview internal by displaying it internally. So when I click on the preview button, click on show preview. Okay, and so you can see that this is a live preview of the page that have been shown, and so whatever edits that we carry out here will be reflected immediately. So for example, let me add more. You can see that it has edited it, and then more has been added as the H1 header, as a main header. And so let's close this preview now, and then you can click on, come by the bottom right corner, you can see the port that we open, port 3000, and then you click on stop server, so it stops it. So let's use a browser now to test run the code, but before that let's check the HTML and CSS formatting. So for example, I want to type in a H1 tag, and then when I close the brackets of the H1 tag, automatically it auto completes the tags, and then also you can see suggestions of the tags and HTML elements that I want to use. So for example, if I want to use the meta tag, it's there because of the extension that I've installed. So now we're going to go on a live preview using an external browser. So by the bottom right hand corner, you click on go live, and then it will open up a live page in your web browser, and so whatever edits you make in VS Code will be shown. And so you can see it now, it has shown us a live preview of the browser. So for example, let's make an edit on the live page and also on our VS Code. So for example, here we can see on this page on the browser it is showing sign, so it is a sign in form. So editing it in our HTML code, for example, let's just make it sign in, and then put in sign in and then form, and so it will be reflected immediately. And so for it to be reflected immediately, you have to set in your setting of autosave. That is in your Visual Studio Code. You have to make it autosave, because once you save the code you are typing on, automatically it reflects your saved changes. So VS Code, you see file, and then you tick the autosave. You tick the autosave, and then it saves the file, and automatically once any changes you make will be reflected in your browser. And so guys, that's all for the extensions a web developer must use and must have. And so if you enjoyed this video, please like and share, subscribe. If you have any comments or any question to ask, you can drop your comment in the comment section. If you have any contribution to make, you can contribute also. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. You can support my channel, support my work. Goodbye and have a wonderful day. Thank you.